Hello and welcome back to the BE iLab channel. In today's video, we're diving into conditions and if statements in Python programming. So, let's get started. Conditional statements form a crucial aspect of Python programming, enabling you to make decisions based on variable values or the outcome of comparisons. A simple Python if statement tests just one condition. That condition then determines if our code runs true or false. The basic syntax looks like this. The condition can be any expression that evaluates to a Boolean value, true or false. If the condition is true, the indented code block below the if statement is executed, otherwise, it is skipped. Here's an example illustrating the use of an if statement to check if a number is positive. In this example, the greater than operator is used to compare the value of the variable a to 0. If this variable is greater than 0, the indented code block under the if statement is executed, resulting in the message the number is positive being printed. In Python, the else statement complements the if statement, allowing you to execute a different block of code when the if condition is false. The basic syntax is as follows. When the condition after the if keyword is true, the code block indented below the if statement will be executed, and the block indented below the else statement will be skipped. Conversely, when the condition is false, the code block below the else statement will be executed, and the code block below the if statement will be skipped. Here's an example illustrating the if-else statement to determine if a number is positive or negative. In this scenario, if the variable a is greater than 0, the message the number is positive will be printed, otherwise, the number is negative will be printed. The elif statement in Python allows you to evaluate multiple conditions in sequence and execute different code blocks based on which condition is true. The basic syntax is as follows. The elif statement is short for else if and can be used multiple times to check additional conditions in a structured manner. Here's an example demonstrating the use of an if-elif-else statement to determine if a number is positive, negative, or 0. In this example, if the variable a is greater than 0, it prints the number is positive. If a is less than 0, it prints the number is negative. Otherwise, if both conditions are false, it prints the number is 0. Now, let's explore various comparison operators in Python that are commonly used in conditional statements. In this example, the code checks if the values of variables x and y are equal using the equality operator. If true, it prints x and y are equal, otherwise, it prints x and y are not equal. In the next example, the inequality operator is used to determine if variables a and b are not equal. If they are not equal, it prints a and b are not equal, otherwise, it prints a and b are equal. Next, the following code compares number 1 and number 2 using the greater than operator. If number 1 is greater than number 2, it prints number 1 is greater than number 2, otherwise, it prints number 1 is not greater than number 2. Finally, this code checks if count 1 is less than or equal to count 2 using the less than or equal to operator. If true, it prints count 1 is less than or equal to count 2, otherwise, it prints count 1 is not less than or equal to count 2. Now, let's dive into the powerful world of logical operators in Python. These operators, namely and, or, and their combinations, allow us to create more complex conditions in our programs. They are fundamental tools for decision-making based on multiple criteria. Let's explore their functionality with some examples. In the first example, we leverage the AND operator to assess eligibility for a loan. The conditions age greater than or equal to 18 and income greater than 50,000 must both be true for the person to be eligible. The AND operator ensures that both conditions are considered together. If either of them is false, the eligibility is not met. Moving on to the OR operator, we explore a situation where we want to identify if a person is either a student or an employee. The conditions is_student and is_employee are connected by OR. If either condition is true, the overall expression is true. This allows us to handle cases where the person can be either a student, an employee, or both. In our final example, we introduce a more complex scenario. Here, we determine if a student qualifies for honors based on 3 conditions: achieving high marks, score greater than 80, passing all subjects, and being eligible for honors. The AND operator ensures all 3 conditions are met, and the OR operator allows flexibility in honors eligibility. If the student scores high and passes all subjects, they qualify for honors, regardless of the honors eligibility condition. Thank you for joining us in this exploration of Python conditions and if statements. We hope you found this tutorial insightful and that it enhances your programming journey. If you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover in future videos, feel free to leave a comment below. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful and subscribe to our channel for more engaging content. You can also find the code examples from this video on our GitHub page. Stay tuned for more tutorials, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.